What's the hardest thing you've ever had to do in your life? We'll be looking at answering this question today as we look again at the Bible story series. We've come far from when God created Adam and Eve, looked at their sons, Cain and Abel, looked at the story of Noah and the flood and then the Tower of Babel. And today we're going to look at a man who had to make a really difficult decision for him and his family. So many times you and I feel like, what God is asking of us is too much. He's being too difficult with us. But you see, the journey of following God, the way God has created it, is that He wants it to be a journey of faith. Meaning believing in what we can't see, believing in what we can't touch, just believing in Him. Much like what Noah did with the ark. Soon after the story of Noah and the ark, the Tower of Babel, comes a great man called Abraham. And God seems to be wanting to rebuild humanity through this man. And so He chooses this random man and tells him, I want you to pack all your things and your people, and I want you to go somewhere. I'm going to show you where, just somewhere. And imagine Abraham does it. You imagine today leaving your home, leaving everything you know, your school, your work, every friend and everything you know, and just going. You don't know where, you don't know how you're going to make it, you don't know how you're going to provide for your needs, but you just go. That's faith. Abraham does that, and he goes through an amazing journey with God. And at a point, this man, at about 99, God tells him, so you know what, Abraham, you and your wife are going to have a son. They had given up on having children. They were too old. And again, you see God taking him through such a beautiful journey of faith. And God gave him a son. And then what's worse, when the son is about 12 years old, God tells him, so take this son, and I want you to go and sacrifice him to me. Now, I know God sounds really mean and malicious, but God needs us to trust Him fully, even for the crazy things like those. Even when He asks us, give me everything you have, give me your best thing, give me your only child, release everything to me. And imagine Abraham packed up his son, packed up a knife for the sacrifice, packed up firewood, went up the mountain, tied up his son, and just as he was about to kill his son in sacrifice to God, God sent an animal to replace his son. And that's why Abraham is known as the father of faith. Such immense faith that for real, we can't even begin to grasp how he could do such things. But our encouragement from his story is to realize that yes, God asks some crazy things of us. God asks some crazy things when it comes to believing in Him and His promises and the things He wants us to do. God asks of crazy things when it comes to our families and trusting in His provision. When it comes to just trusting in Him, period. But imagine when we do, He comes through for us. And we see these amazing plans He has for our lives. Abraham became the father of Israel. And through him, Jesus came to this world. And through Jesus, we all have been saved. Simply because one man had faith. Will you believe and trust in this God?